Now, on the heels of celebrating International Women's Day on March 8th, we decided that we needed to understand the power of having more women leaders in our society. And as we continue to celebrate Women's History Month for the month of March, we're chatting with Judy McCutcheon, a seasoned management consultant with many years in the business, about helping Caribbean women understand how they can become better leaders. Judy, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on Now.
Good morning, Kimberly. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, Judy, apart from being the co-founder of Go Blue Consulting, I know that you have tons of experience in management, but that's basically all I know. So I wanted to just, hear a little bit about you. Just tell me a bit about yourself.
Okay, so yes, I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Go Blue Consulting, but one of the other things I focus on is on helping Caribbean women in leadership positions to become the type of leader who will to empower the next generation of future leaders. So one of my biggest focus really is on helping Caribbean women who are in leadership positions.
Yeah. Why this focus? Why do you think there is a need for you to help Caribbean women, understand and become better leaders?
Well, while we've made great strides as women moving forward, and as we work to get gender parity and women taking up leadership roles, there's still a long way for us to go. So what I want Caribbean women to know, what I want them to understand is that they're capable, they have the ability and the skills needed to lead, but not only to lead, but to lead effectively. Because one of the things is that as women, we tend to be less confident, and therefore when leadership opportunities arise, we tend to shy away from those opportunities. But what I want our Caribbean women to do is to become confident and secure in who they are so that they can lead boldly and confidently.
Now, I understand that you are originally from Tobago, you lived in Trinidad, and now, if I'm not mistaken, you reside in Grenada. Of course, so this would have no doubt shaped the way that you think and, of course, your experiences. But what are some of the challenges you see women across the board? I mean, are there any similarities, for example, between, let's say, women leaders in Trinidad or women leaders in Grenada? Are the challenges the same, and then how do they overcome it?
But most of the struggles I have seen, because besides living across the region, I've worked across the region, and most of the struggles I see that our Caribbean women encounter are internal. Right? And I say this from the standpoint that they carry a lot of feelings of doubt in who they are and their abilities to lead effectively. Most of us have grown up in homes with gender roles. And what we do is that we take those gender roles and we attach ourselves to those roles. And that, to me, is another impediment to our progress. We are so much more than those roles and than those labels that are assigned to us. Now, certainly there are external factors in the workplace, such as gender bias, that have stymied our progress. But when women come up against these barriers, they really push back because of some sort of internal feelings of inadequacy. They fear being labeled aggressive or unfriendly. And so a lot of times we tend to shrink to fit into these situations. And all of these things, when we put them together, contribute to the struggles that women face in getting into leadership positions.
Yeah, but then Judy, how do we change it? Because you mentioned some of the roles that some women sometimes get tied down to. But then remember, if it is you have a family, it may be hard to divorce your family from your work life as a leader. And so how do we overcome that sort of the sort of thinking or the lack of confidence that often dwells within women, especially those who are looking at leadership roles or who are in leadership?
Well, first thing, there is no separation because you really can't separate who you are. There's really a blending together of your role in the workplace and your role home, because it just you just have to blend it. One of the things is being aware. Awareness is the key to the solution here, because a lot of women end up suffering from burnout because they feel that they need to be all of this here over here and all of this over there. There is no need to try to be all things to everyone. Yes, you have to take care of your family. Yes, you have your job, but you also need to be able to take care of you. So being aware is the biggest key. Being aware that, listen, there's an issue here and I have to be willing to put in the work to deal with it. Because like I said earlier, most of it is internal. So that's the biggest battle we face with ourselves. All
Yeah.
those self-doubt that come in, telling us, we're not good enough, we can't do this, we can't do that. So that's the first battle that we must, that's the first hurdle we must face. And we have to be aware that it's there and be willing to work with it. Additionally, on the outside, organizations must adopt policies that will help to level the playing field for women, so that if you're a mother, there's something to help you. So you don't have to, even if it's flexible work, you work in the office some days, or flexible work, remote work, something to help level the playing field for women so that they don't feel burnout and tapped out.
Yeah. And then how can we level the playing field in the office? Because I mean, sometimes we often see people making the argument that maybe a company may benefit from more women leaders. I wanted to get your thoughts on that. Do you think a company can benefit from more women leaders? Do you think gender isn't the issue as long as, the person can do the job? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, yes, they benefit significantly. Companies would benefit significantly from having a diverse leadership, diversity in their leadership. For one thing, one of the things is that the profitability of the company increased. There's a study by McKinsey and Company which shows that companies with a more diverse leadership increase their profitability by 21%. And that is significant. The next thing is that women are less competitive. Therefore, companies benefit a lot from the collaborative approach to solving problems, and then women in leadership positions serve as role models for other women. Because when you see somebody from your gender, somebody that looks like you in a particular position, then it gives you hope. Yes, I can get there as well. And the most important thing is that women in leadership positions can help to advance gender parity, because they are in a position to influence policies to bring about that change. So the more women we have in leadership positions, the faster we can bring about gender parity.
Now, Judy, you mentioned the fact that you have lived and worked across the region. What are some of the unique benefits that Caribbean women bring to the workplace, particularly those in leadership positions?
Well, we bring our warmth.
Right, it goes without saying, yes.
Yes. Caribbean women are smart. I mean, like, very smart, intelligent, they're creative, and they find innovative ways in which to problem solve. They're collaborative, they're committed and dedicated. I mean, their commitment and dedication really cannot be questioned. They're empathetic, and then they're very willing and open to mentor the next generation of leaders. And I think those are excellent qualities for a workplace to tap into.
Yeah. And as we have women who are listening right now and who may see a leadership position that they want to maybe apply for, or they even are in leadership positions, what sort of tips or strategies can you give them to, one, prepare them to enter leadership, or to continue to be in leadership and to keep improving at that stage?
Well, take advantage of mentorship. They should look for leaders who are willing to mentor and sponsor them. Look for and take advantage of all training opportunities in their field. Apply for promotion, apply for that promotion, even if you think you are not ready. Because so many times we think we're not ready and we wait and we wait and we wait. We need to get another certificate and another certificate. No, just apply for it, right? Network both within and outside of your organization. Form the right connections because and don't be afraid to ask for help. Do not be afraid to ask for help. None of us, nobody advance on their own strength. We all have a sponsor, somebody who will speak our name in a room when we're not there. Just ask for that help and work with a coach to help you on your leadership journey. Somebody who is objective and can see outside the situation so that they can help guide you in the right way.
Yeah. One of the things we didn't touch, Judy, was some of the challenges women may face. I mean, you are in a leadership position. Again, you've worked across the region, you've lived across the region. What are some of the challenges that women leaders face that many may not know about?
Well, one of the biggest thing is the gender bias, and let me just kind of break that down. And bias, the gender bias, looks different. It could be this subtle thing where, somebody mentioned to me yesterday that a man in their organization said to them, why do we need to celebrate? Why do we need a special day for women? All those little things are part of the whole gender bias part of the gender bias issue. It could be the pay is one of the biggest things. I mean, two people doing the same job, one male, one female, same job, same experiences, and there is such a big difference in the pay. There's a lot of other, we have microaggression also in the workplace, and then we also face the lack of support from other women as well in the workplace, and it really is a real thing. Where because of our mindset and because of how we're conditioned, we think if she's going up, I shouldn't support, or if I'm up, maybe I won't help. But that doesn't have to be, because there's space for all of us at the top.
Yeah. I love that you're sharing that. There's space for all of us at the top. And Judy, finally, if anybody needs to get in contact with you, any phone numbers, any social media handles you can share?
Yes, well, my website is goblueconsulting.com, and I'm on LinkedIn, just at Judy McCutcheon.
Yes.
And I'm also on Facebook as Judy McCutcheon.
Judy McCutcheon.
And
Nice.
my phone number is 1473-405-6672.
Nice. How is beautiful Grenada?
It's beautiful. It looks as if it's going to be an absolutely beautiful day today.
Yes.
I can see it. Yes.
Nice. And that's always good to hear. Judy, thank you so much for joining us on the Now Morning Show. Thank you for sharing your tips and your strategies. And I know that if it's even one person that you touch, I know that someone was listening to your message this morning. And so we appreciate your thoughts. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Kimberly. It was my pleasure to be here.
Have a good one. And that, of course, was Ms. Judy McCutcheon, the seasoned management consultant and co-founder and CEO of Go Blue Consulting, just sharing some thoughts about helping Caribbean women understand how they can become better leaders. You're on the Now Morning Show. Remember, we are taking your calls, 622-4010, not now, but when we come back from the break, we are going to be taking your calls constantly. Maybe you have an idea of how Caribbean women can also embrace their leadership roles and how it is they can get ready to embrace that new position that's coming their way. So remember, our numbers are 622-4010. We will be taking your calls soon. But for now, we're going to take a break and be right back. Stay with us.